The woman boarded the plane and discovered something eerie. The plane was about to take off, but it was completely empty. What was even more eerie was that her daughter beside her became unusually silent. However, it wasn't until she saw someone ascending the throne one after another that her uneasy heart calmed down slightly. But he never thought that this journey would bring him a terrible disaster. At that moment, Anna saw a row of empty seats in the back row, so she took her daughter to lie down and rest together. However, the terrible thing had just begun, and when Anna woke up from her sleep, her daughter beside her disappeared inexplicably. She believes that her daughter must have just run to play somewhere and didn't realize the seriousness of the situation at all. When she checked the entire cabin but still couldn't find her daughter, Anna began to panic. So he ran to the third-floor restaurant again, but still couldn't find his daughter. Afraid of missing his daughter, he returned to his seat again to check, only to see the teddy bear that his daughter was carrying with him. The passenger beside him also noticed his panic. When he learned that he was looking for his daughter, the other party said they did not notice any little girls passing by. And at this moment, the man next to him also joked that at a height of 30,000 meters, even if he had wings, he couldn't fly out of the cabin. He could only seek help from the flight attendant. The flight attendant asked all passengers over the radio if they had seen a blonde little girl, but strangely, after a long wait, there was still no response. What surprised Anna even more was that even the passengers in front said they had never seen any girl's figure at all. Anna's mind was completely blank at this moment. She immediately approached the crew and requested to search the entire cabin. However, the crew did not take his words seriously. They just asked Anna to be patient and report the situation truthfully to the captain. However, after half an hour of waiting, Anna found that the staff had not taken any action, but were mysteriously communicating with each other about something. So she rushed up to ask if something was wrong, but the flight attendant quickly hung up the phone and told him with a heavy expression that through the airport investigation, there was no boarding record of your daughter, and your daughter's name was not found on this flight either. Anna couldn't accept the flight attendant's statement at all. In order to prove that she wasn't lying, she immediately took out her boarding pass. However, strangely enough, she only had herself on her body. So she ran back to her seat again, opened the luggage above, and found that her daughter's height was also missing. For a 6-year-old child, this height is absolutely beyond his reach. His daughter must have been taken by someone, and Anna can no longer control her emotions. She turned around and ran towards the cockpit, wanting to have a good conversation with the captain. Just as he was frantically tapping the cockpit door, he was suddenly held down by the accompanying air traffic police because his crazy behavior had already caused a very serious flight safety issue. But the captain was still alarmed by such a big commotion. In order to find out the truth, the captain asked all the flight attendants if they had seen the little girl during the pickup, but the answers they received were all negative. But seeing Anna's expression didn't seem like nonsense at all, I asked him if he had taken any medication or drank alcohol on the plane. Obviously, the captain had doubts about Anna's cognitive abilities. Anna suddenly lost her confidence because her husband's death led to depression. She had to take medicine on time every day, and also told the captain the purpose of the trip. She and her daughter would take her husband's body back to go home for burial. The coffin was in the cargo compartment of the plane. This statement was also confirmed by the flight attendant beside him. The captain then turned his gaze to the nearby air traffic officer, who was sitting next to Anna. He asked the air traffic officer if he had seen a little girl, no Adam. Faced with the answer from the air traffic police, Anna could no longer control herself. She was very certain that her daughter had boarded the plane with him and had been inseparable from her until she disappeared. She could never have hallucinations. Seeing Anna so determined, the captain felt that he didn't seem to be lying, so he decided to help Anna again. Subsequently, only all passengers returned to their seats and closed all toilet doors. Check every suitcase on your head, search for any place where children can hide, even the equipment compartment of the plane will not be missed. Even so, we haven't found any trace of the girl. Anna tirelessly checked the seats of each passenger. The air traffic police have been following him to prevent him from making any formatting decisions. However, a man stopped him because he was unusually familiar with him, but Anna couldn't remember where she had seen him before. Anna's emotions once again lost control as she couldn't find any trace of her daughter. He suggested to the captain to personally inspect the cargo and equipment compartments of the aircraft, as Anna had been involved in the design work of this model of aircraft and knew every corner of the plane like a palm of her hand. The captain was completely angered by Anna's unreasonable request, but fortunately, the air traffic police on the side intervened in a timely manner, claiming that they could accompany Anna to inspect, but the captain decisively refused. Because flying at high altitude can cause serious turbulence, if passengers encounter any problems, no one can bear the responsibility, and they will continue to send people to search below. After saying that, the captain will turn around and leave. At this moment, Anna seemed to remember something and immediately ran frantically towards the cabin. "I never saw you before." Turns out, Anna found a man peeking at her daughter's room at the hotel last night, so he must have forcibly abducted her. However, the man firmly denied Anna's accusations and stated that he never knew this woman. To prove his innocence, the man even mentioned the name of the hotel he stayed in, indicating that he stayed in his room all day and didn't go anywhere. The air traffic police asked her to provide the proof of check-in at the hotel, and the man took out the hotel invoice without saying a word and handed it over to the air traffic police. After careful verification, it was confirmed that the hotel where the man was staying was not the same as Anna's. Just as the air traffic police were preparing to take Anna away, Anna rushed towards the man like a wild horse running free from control. The helpless air traffic police could only forcibly drag Anna away and warn her to give her a pair of exquisite silver bracelets if she came back, while also asking a question: if that man really wants to capture your daughter, why not take action directly at the hotel and wait until he takes action on this narrow plane? All of this is unreasonable, and Anna doesn't know how to respond. The next second, the broadcast will notify all passengers that they can move freely, indicating that the search operation has come to an end. Angry Anna asked the captain for an explanation. His daughter's whereabouts are still unknown, so why end the search? However, the captain's response completely shattered Anna's mind. Originally, Anna's husband passed away. The hospital sent a document stating that Anna's woman and husband were sent to the hospital for treatment at the same time, and they both fell from a building at the same time. Anna couldn't accept this fact at all. He remembered very well that when her husband had an accident, her daughter was playing with the nanny in the park. Now Anna's mind was in chaos. Did she really go insane? At this point, the air traffic police can only take him back to his seat. Just as Anna was running forward on her own, the angry bearded man suddenly rushed out and threw him to the ground. When he woke up, a psychologist on the same plane volunteered to provide psychological treatment for Anna. His two closest family members passed away one after another, and it was normal for him to be unable to accept reality for a while. Slowly, Anna began to accept the fact that her loved ones had already left. However, as he turned his head to look out the window, the love on the glass once again caught his eye, and his heart seemed to be suddenly electrocuted, instantly awakening. This is what my daughter turned into when she first boarded the plane. So, he suppressed the restlessness in his heart and expressed his desire to go alone to the bathroom and quiet down. The air traffic police agreed to his request and untied Anna's silver bracelet. As soon as he entered the toilet and made a 180-degree turn, he immediately took off his black sweater and stomped on the toilet seat cover, smashing it at the access door. So he arrived at the equipment compartment at the top of the plane, but the loud noise caught the attention of the air traffic police, constantly tapping at the toilet cylinder door. Anna immediately stretched out her head, indicating that she would be out soon, and the air traffic police finally calmed down. Anna quickly used a coin to open the control box, then pulled out a wire and inserted it into another socket. The oxygen mask in the cabin immediately fell off. All passengers immediately panicked and they saw this situation, and then he pulled off a wire to approach another street, causing the entire aircraft's lighting system to short-circuit. Just as everyone was in chaos, Anna took the opportunity to sneak out of the toilet and into the freight elevator. The captain found the air marshal at this moment and told him that everything on the plane was normal. At this moment, he regained his senses and quickly opened the toilet door, only to find that it was already empty inside. Anna, who arrived at the warehouse, immediately called out her daughter's name, and even if she did not receive a response, she did not give up searching for her. But at this moment, he saw his husband's coffin. Would his daughter be hiding here? He came to the coffin with a hint of hope, entered the password, but when he opened the lid, he found that his daughter was not even inside. Just when he was at a loss, the air traffic police suddenly found him and mercilessly put on a silver bracelet for him. After Anna's series of operations, the plane was about to make an emergency landing at a nearby airport, but Anna was extremely happy at this moment. Because if the daughter and husband died together, there should be 2 coffins on the plane, but now there is only one for the husband, which means that the daughter must still be alive and can better search the entire plane after landing. The air traffic police brought Anna back to the cabin, and as soon as the plane landed, he would be immediately taken with him. Passengers around stood up and applauded when they saw Anna being arrested. It was this crazy woman who almost caused everyone to lose their lives. Anna, who sat down, not only did not repent, but also firmly believed that her daughter must still be on the plane. He hopes the air traffic police can help him. If he is caught, his daughter will really not be able to be found. Upon hearing Anna's words, the air marshal felt a hint of pity in his heart, so he called for the help of a flight attendant to keep an eye on Anna and went to talk to the captain himself. Just as he arrived at the maintenance room, he strangely pulled up the door curtain. He didn't go to find the captain, but instead went through the cargo elevator to the cargo hold of the plane, found Anna's husband's coffin, and then tore off the sponge lining on the lid. There were actually 2 sets of bombs and a detonator hidden inside. I dare say everyone present must not have thought that this was all his conspiracy. Anna's daughter was indeed hidden in the equipment compartment of the plane. He quickly fixed the bomb on the ground and then activated the bomb's timing system. He came to the captain again and said that Anna offered a price of 50 million, otherwise the plane would be blown up to pieces, and he also said that the detonator was in the hands of his accomplice. Just as the captain was about to talk to Anna, the air traffic police immediately stopped him, falsely claiming that Anna did not want to negotiate with anyone at the moment, and in his opinion, Anna did not intend to harm the people on the plane. Otherwise, he would not have suggested that the passengers evacuate first. Then he suggested that the captain first transfer the money to Anna's account, and after the plane lands and all personnel are evacuated, he can be brought to justice. The captain had no choice but to accept this suggestion. Just as the air traffic police were returning to the cabin as if nothing had happened, they were suddenly stopped by a flight attendant. Unexpectedly, these 2 people were actually in the same group. The flight attendant falsely reported all the phone calls and tampered with Anna's daughter's boarding records. Even the fax sent from the hospital to the captain was forged. The flight attendant saw the situation getting worse and began to panic. However, the air traffic police stated that all actions were proceeding according to plan, and the plane was about to land. When everyone left the plane, a bomb would be detonated, and all evidence would disappear with the plane. Then the captain called and said that the money had been transferred to the account. At this moment, the air marshal's face showed a satisfied smile. Then he returned to his seat, opened Anna's silver bracelet, and told him that when the plane landed, he would accompany Anna on the plane and wait for all passengers to leave. The police would assist you in finding your daughter together. Anna firmly believed in what the air traffic police said and waited quietly for the plane to successfully land. Just after all the passengers left, the captain also walked out of the cockpit. Anna rushed towards the captain without any warning, apologizing for her impoliteness before the high five and claiming that she would definitely find her daughter. High five, now it's completely explosive, Miss Pratt. Anna was puzzled by the captain's words. Seeing that the situation was about to be exposed, the air traffic police quickly found reasons to prepare to get off the plane. Feeling that the situation was not right, Anna quickly chased after her. Seeing the dense special forces outside and the inexplicable high fives, he finally realized that everything was a conspiracy of the air traffic police. You get off the plane. When I say you get off the plane, I didn't expect the air traffic police to actually turn back. He never pretended again. The danger of life, if Anna dares to speak up, the first person to see God is your daughter. Then they guided all the crew members off the plane, just as the hatch was closed. Anna immediately searched for the handcuffs on the flight attendant's body, firmly handcuffed her to the door handle, and then found the detonator hidden on her body. However, she didn't expect the flight attendant to still be on the plane at this time. The flight attendant quickly took out the handgun from her socks and shot it to break the handcuffs. Anna quickly seized the opportunity to escape, but fortunately, she blocked the bullet fired by the air police at the moment of closing the door. The air traffic police frantically slapped the cockpit door and revealed all the truth. It turned out that Anna's husband did not commit suicide by jumping off a building. They needed a hijacker who knew the structure of the plane, and in order to avoid airport security checks, they killed Anna's husband. Airports do not conduct detailed inspections of coffins, so that bombs can be safely hidden inside. Then, while Anna was asleep, she quietly abducted her daughter. At this point, Anna had already opened the access door above and threw an object, creating a false impression of wanting to escape. After seeing the flight attendant leave, she calmly opened the steel door and was stopped by the flight attendant as soon as she ran to the cabin. However, the flight attendant was already extremely scared at this moment, and Anna easily punched her down. She then went to the equipment compartment again and found her daughter, but the unconscious daughter couldn't wake up no matter how hard she tried. Seeing that Konai had already caught up, Anna also noticed the 2 bombs on the warehouse wall, and then picked up her daughter and crawled into the isolation hatch on the other side. The flight attendant noticed that the mother and daughter were shouting loudly. Anna was absolutely afraid to press the detonator, but he underestimated Anna's understanding of the plane. After closing the cabin door, he immediately pressed the button. The captain saw Anna coming out with her daughter in his arms and realized that what he said was true.